brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bills and the Chiefs coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game...
The first of four berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And what a great game that was to watch last week because he put on a show in the wild card round with 5 touchdown passes. So if you ever want to see what a hot quarterback looks like, watch that tape. Let's see if that same hot quarterback shows up in this one.
That complete to Downs. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Stroud working out of the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake, Levis. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Just 1 catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Bills.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
Levis now off of play action. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do. It gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Stroud's throw complete to Freiermuth. Well, that's good for a first down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Here's Stroud. He'll get that to Charbonnet. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered.
And got his man complete. That is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Zach Charbonnet, 28 yards. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Levis to throw it. That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Levis.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Mozzie Smith coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball in the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down the pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It was Myles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Bills send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Stroud. And this taken in by Downs. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Addison hauls it in. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it second down.
At the 16-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First down and goal to go.
Here goes Stroud again. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. C.J. Stroud, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. And the Chiefs are going to get it. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 3rd down and 13. Levis looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense set to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he caught it up. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Second down, here's Charbonnet. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19-yard line.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. Well, look at this, a tight end carry.
And he will have the Chiefs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of the football. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Stroud on 3rd down now.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
now
just
you
called
can go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
Yeah.
you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
3rd and short, it's Levis.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. First and 10, it's Stroud. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now Stroud.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
On the give, here's Charbonnet.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Stroud to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Stroud looking to throw.
Touchdown!
Josh Downs
from 6 yards away.
And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And a route is on here in this first half.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Levis. That's completed right side to Palmer.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Levis on 3rd and 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Levis to throw once more. He gets it over the middle to Palmer.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Levis back to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Levis now on 1st and 10. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And here come the Bills. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Now Levis. A quick throw there is incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. This taken in by Downs.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Final play of the half, Stroud.
And that is incomplete here. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This the first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans squaring off against the Cincinnati Bengals. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Levis to throw it. Caught out left side by Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Robinson. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And his kick here is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. And he's got Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been...
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Meanwhile, Stroud's going to throw here, caught by Addison. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Bills' 31-yard line.
The throwing again is Stroud. That one finds Pierce right side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class is starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. And McLaurin, the motion man right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Levis sets up to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Levis on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A 2nd down throw from Levis. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Buffalo.
Back to throw, it's Levis. This is caught. Touchdown, Bills. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Bills are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Play action now. Levis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, and it winds up falling incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now here comes Kansas City. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in 1 play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
There's pass left side to Downs. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Josh Downs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. 1 move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Levis looking to throw. That's Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. Levis able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now it's 2nd and 10. Levis to throw once more. Open man, complete downfield to Davis. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Levis. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
2nd and 10. Here's Levis. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. That's completed right side to Palmer. Touchdown! Trey Palmer, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. KC's offense ready to take over. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage? And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal. But now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, and give to Charbonnet. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard
Stroud
line.
looking to throw. We'll get that to Charbonnet. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Stroud on 3rd down now. Over the middle and complete to Addison. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Levis's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now Levis. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. And the ball is knocked out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth.
It's an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They'll run it here with Charbonnet.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Charbonnet. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
At the 24-yard line.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 34.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the Bills getting set to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Levis back to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Manning. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bills get a bit closer.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Point after try forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 74 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 29, here's second and a yard. And Charbonnet once again. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Diabador Lenore up to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
A run now with Charbonnet.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
The Chiefs going to play on another week as we say so long, everybody.
Presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.